If you're in a relationship already and are not sure if that person loves you or not, it's one thing to declare love and another thing entirely to put these words into action. Love has to do with actions, and one pointer to know a person genuinely loves you is the extent they will go for you. People only put their efforts into things they are interested in. If the love is not real, there is every possibility that the person will bail out when the going gets tough. Looking at our perfect example, Jesus, we see that he showed his love by giving up his life for our sakes. That is the greatest show of love that has ever and will ever be seen. Nobody's asking anyone to lay down their life for anyone, but the point is, how far are they willing to go for you? What sacrifices will they make on your behalf? When the going gets tough, will they be there to hold your hand and stand by you no matter what happens? You will find out the true nature and intentions of people when the storms hit and the winds rage. For someone who isn't truly in love with you, they will take the easy way out and leave you at those times. However, if someone truly loves you, it's at this time that their sincerity would be seen. Jacob loved Rachel so much, and he was willing to serve 7 years for her sake. Even after he had been deceived, he did not let go. He did not give up on her. Instead, he served another 7 years for her sake. Ruth also stayed with her mother-in-law, despite her plea for her return to her people and get a life for herself. She stood by and went with her to the land of Israel, to a people unknown to her. That is what true love is about, going that extra mile. They accept you the way you are. Some people find it difficult to be themselves with their partners. They tend to project a lovely side of themselves in a bid to impress the other person. This is usually common at the early stage of a relationship, with the notion that first impression does matter. However, as the relationship progresses, there should be a kind of familiarity where the both of you become comfortable in portraying your complete selves around each other without fear of criticism or rejection. If you're with someone who accepts you just the way you are, with your imperfections, it's a sign of genuine love. It does not mean that they are comfortable with your shortcomings and would prefer you remain the same. Rather, they would help you overcome your faults, develop yourself, and become better. What it means is that they see the value in you. They are not blind to your faults and defects, but they choose instead to focus on your strengths. With these kinds of people, you do not have to put on a mask and pretend to be something that you are not. They are interested in your life. Interest is another sign of genuine love. The Bible says that where your treasure is, there also your heart will be. When someone loves you for real, they want to know everything about you, your past, your present, and the plans for the future. They are interested in all of your affairs, and it becomes very obvious from the questions they ask. The way they commit every little detail to memory and their activities in your life. It starts with the little things like knowing your favorite color, food, sports, hobby, knowing the names of your siblings and others. They might as well take interest in your business or career, your spiritual life, and every other thing that concerns you. Someone that's just around to play with your emotions will not take his or her time trying to study you or know all these details about you. When a person takes sincere interest in your life, not based on what they can get or how they can exploit you, it's a sign of true love. They support and encourage you. With everyone going about their own business and trying to get ahead of others, it's a precious thing to find someone who supports and encourages you in your affairs and endeavors. Someone who loves you will do their best to help you achieve your goals and dreams. They want to make you happy, see you become a better person, and watch you achieve your dreams and goals. They will believe so much in you, sometimes more than you do yourself. Your happiness makes them happy. Attention. This is one of the very first signs you notice when a person begins to fall in love with you. The amount of attention you receive from them increases. You find them calling you in the morning, at night, and in between hours. They pay special attention to your looks and your actions and would usually be the first to compliment you. Even in a crowd of people, you can tell that their eyes are on you. When it comes to your needs, they try their best to make you as comfortable as they can afford. If it were possible, they would give you the world. Since they cannot, they will settle for every other thing that will suffice. Also, they're good listeners, and you can always count on them to share your worries and problems with them. They include you in their plans. When a person truly loves you, they want to be with you, and not just in the present, but also in the future. In essence, they begin to make plans that include you. Their language changes from I to we. They don't just see you as a temporal part or a passing phase of their lives. So you find them checking with you from time to time on some decisions they're about to make involving the future. This means that they are there for the longer run and sincerely love you. Love can sometimes be confusing. As beautiful as it is, it sometimes comes with uncertainty. Things might go smoothly today with your partner, and you might also be certain that you're a match made in heaven. There are other days when you are at odds with each other and you cannot seem to meet at a point. You will wonder if you were ever meant to be together. There will also be days filled with happiness and joy, special days when you can tell without a doubt that your partner is definitely into you. And there will also be days when you're left to wonder if your partner loves you or ever did in the first place. Are they drawing back, or have you lost your appeal to them? Finding true love in this day and age can be difficult, but not impossible. Despite the number of failed relationships and marriages out there, coupled with people that have concealed motives in relationships, there are still people who will love you sincerely and totally. The question is, how do you identify the right person in the midst of the people you get to meet? How do you identify a person with clear and true intentions? Someone that has shown interest in you one way or the other. Based on the varying definitions that have been given to love, it's not difficult to understand why many are not getting it right and falling into the hands of wrong people. If you will find true and sincere love, then you must be able to identify it. Love, in its purest form, has everything that has to do with God. 1 John chapter 4 verse 8 tells us that God is love, and the 13th chapter of 1 Corinthians gives us a list of the attributes of love.